What is up, Hot Makers? Welcome to HotMakes, right here on HotMakes. HotMakes. First 3 times in 3 seconds. My name's Nerdy Jade. This, my friends, is Shannon. How you doing, Shannon?
Oh boy, better this week than last week. Hi.
Yes,
Hey, I'm a little confused. Hey, Jim. What show is this? I can't remember. You didn't mention it yet.
HotMakes.
Oh,
Are we in the right
okay.
show?
Thanks for. Yeah, I wish you would mention it.
Maybe I should mention it one more time.
Oh boy.
No, we're good.
What's up, Hot Makers? Welcome to HotMakes. All right.
Why do I
How
come
you guys
back
doing
every
out
week?
there? It is another Monday.
Because otherwise you don't get a paycheck.
Yeah.
Wait, am I supposed to get a paycheck?
Shh. Why would you tell her, Geary? Anyways, welcome to another Monday. Shannon was doing great until I said hot make 17 times in the first 3 seconds. But we have an awesome show for you. Shannon, who do we have tonight? Just a little precursor.
We have one of my cosplay friends who is honestly pretty big in the Star Wars world. So like we're kind of sticking to that Star Wars theme. It's like all of my cosplay stuff falls because the dog attacked it. We have Jen Markham on, and she's like big on TikTok, so you probably know her from TikTok. But she's she's a friend of mine from cosplay, and there's just a lot of cool stuff. So just hang out, and we will talk to her and show you guys some more awesome Star Wars and other things, and see what she's working on.
Yeah. So before we get too far, everything we show with Hot Makes tonight, you can check out in the link in the description below. It'll take you to a Google Doc. Look for episode number 96. Holy moly, 96 episodes. And you'll find everything we're going to show tonight. Also, please consider contributing to the Oreo / whatever you want to call it fund here on Hot Makes. We really appreciate it. There's a PayPal link that usually is in the description, also gets hit up in the chat. And Andrew, already $10 before the stream already started. So thank you so much, Andrew. And we can't thank you guys enough for the Council of Andrews for being here. So what else we got going? What else
do we got going? I mean, our usual, like everything. So yeah, obviously, guys, we're streaming everywhere. I know you guys hit up Twitch a lot last week, which was awesome. But we are also on YouTube. We are on Facebook. Make sure you guys are on the main channel and subscribe to that as well. Our goal is 1,000 subscribers by 100 episodes. I don't know if we're gonna hit that, but we can still dream. But I think we're at 667 right now. So any subscribers help though, so just make sure you check out the main channel.
And that's why we broadcast across the whole world. It seems like we got the Facebooks, the TikToks, the Twitches. Oh, not the TikToks, but the Twitches.
we're too focused on TikTok from this.
That's because Jen's with us, and I mean, I spoiler alert. 1.3 million followers on TikTok, and I mean that's huge. So let's not get too far though. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm super pumped. What did you do? I mean, from what's behind you, it looks like you got a whole lot done since last week.
So I know I just like pulled it into the frame awkwardly, like right before we went live too, because I'm almost done with it, and I like was quickly interfacing the little skirt panels, guys. But I redid Wanda this week because I'm going to WonderCon next weekend, and so that's what this is. It's going to be the Doctor Strange version, but yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. Should I show off the fun thing I got in the mail as well?
When you say you redid Wanda, what does that mean?
I have like 4 versions of this. Because I'm OCD and don't like them.
We just did it a couple times. Either 4. There's just 4 other versions.
I made one that was like makeshift right after the episode came out that she got her new costume in, and it was just like it doesn't stay together. It was like glue. Like it was that fast. And then I did another one that was all out of like this vinyl, and it's so thick and dense that when the whole top is that way, it just looked like a box on me. So I finally just bought new fabric and just redid it.
Nice.
And I use that as the detailing, but that's that.
No, it looks great.
Tear it down.
And and you got some really cool memorabilia merch. What do you call it? Not really merch because it was yours, but you got some cool stuff.
My laptop, if y'all want to see it. I'm sorry that I'm like right in front of my camera.
Your laptop's holding it up right now? No.
Yeah, I sent my my rescue helmet out to Robert Downey Jr. to sign, and he did. And here we are, and I finally got it back. I've been waiting on this since like October, so yeah. it's just kind of hanging out now behind here until I
Sweet.
put it somewhere.
So
safe.
what do you do now? Do you clear coat over that and then keep wearing it, or do you put that away and you make another one?
No. That's just gonna be on display. I have mine
You
that
gotta
I
immediately
actually
sand it off because it's not accurate, right?
new. Mine that I actually wear is like on the TV stand. You can't see it, but so I made a replica of the one that I wear just to
Nice.
send.
Well, that's awesome. That's super
Yeah.
cool, especially because you got him to sign it, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
So last week we had Christoph,
Mhm.
and he was from Sinister Props, right?
Yes.
And we talked a lot about lightsabers. I mean, if you were here last week, there was a lot
It
of
was
you here. If you
fun.
were here last week, we talked a lot about lightsabers, and I did a thing. I got one. I got a hilt at least.
Okay.
So
No.
here's
Don't just say one.
well, I got that one. I just said I got this one. Well, I got this one too. So that is this thing is super heavy, by the way. It's brass.
Oh my
And
Lord.
the first one was aluminum, and then I got a third one. These are all empty hilts, and this one has some awesome shrouds on it from like Vaults of Valhalla. Super cool dude, and we have him coming up on the show in April. But you can see they're empty. There's nothing in them. But stay tuned because some cool things are coming. And yes, I have 3 lightsaber hilts now.
Great kid.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. So that'll be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. But you know what? Let's not get too far in the show. I think we should bring Jen in.
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce her? Go ahead.
Sure. I mean, I kind of already did, guys. So, big in cosplay, big in Star Wars, and I just want to let her talk because she has so much stuff that she works on, and she's huge on TikTok and like produces such great content, even if it's like outside of creating cosplay or whatever. Just the videos and creativity that she has is great. She's a friend of mine that I've gotten to meet at several events, and yeah, shall we bring in Jen?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hi, everyone. Gosh,
Jen,
such
how are
nice
ya?
things. Hi, I'm doing great. How are you doing, Jim and Shannon? So such
great.
an honor to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming
Oh,
on.
we
to
are
talk.
super pumped. Before we get too far, so everybody knows who you are that's actually watching right now. Who are you? What do you do? And where can we find you? We're going to do that at the end too, but just so we can
Sure.
do it right away too.
Well, I'm Jen, and like Shannon says, I'm a cosplayer. I'm Shannon's friend. I've met her at New York Comic Con. We were at a Hawkeye event most recently
Yes.
in November. And just a huge admirer of Shannon. I know she was like talking me up, but I'm like, wait a minute.
Stop.
I didn't 3D print a whole rescue suit, and like for other people too. I didn't do that. It was you. So yeah, but I cosplay. I sew and I 3D print and do leather work and mostly Star Wars, but I do a little Marvel too. And found TikTok a couple years ago, like a lot of people did once the pandemic started, and I've had a lot of I've been really lucky there, and it's been kind of taken on a life of its own, which has been really fun, and just I still don't quite know how to describe it or how it happened, but yeah. But I'm on Instagram too, so I'm on Instagram. I don't have a cool cosplay name. I don't know. I didn't do it, and now it's too late. So
Okay.
it's Jen _Markham on Instagram, and then on TikTok I got the whole thing without the underscore. So it's just Jen Markham, all one word. Sorry, it's not the same, but that's how it goes.
I think we'll get over it. I'm just going to throw it out there.
I want to know who it is that has Jen Markham that on Instagram, because I have it literally everywhere else. I mean, until a new
I have
social
that
media comes
issue
along.
too. I mean, my
Do you?
Twitter, yeah, somebody actually has my username on Twitter, which is like the weirdest thing, and they haven't logged in like 10 years. But they still own that name, so I had to put an underscore in there. And I'm not happy
Yeah,
about
the
it.
same situation. I think I have it on Instagram, and it's someone that hasn't ever posted or something, but
I had the
so
same
weird.
problem with Twitter myself. I'm at the edge of tech with a K on Twitter because the edge
Really?
of tech was taken. Yeah, it's weird, but it's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, say hi to Jen in the comments. We have some really cool stuff to show you, and you know, you said you do cosplay, you do the TikTok, you put stuff on Instagram, which I do have all the above to show. But what are you working on now? We talked a little bit ahead of the show, but what are you working on now?
yeah, so it's still Star Wars stuff. I'm working on Bo-Katan, the live action one from The Mandalorian season 2, and she is pretty close to being done. my printer is, I don't have a big printer. So when for a bigger piece that I save the jetpack for last. So that's been last, and I'm painting. I had someone else print it for me, did a great job. They print it way better than I could have. And so, but then I'm doing all the finishing and painting. And I thought I was done painting today, but you're never done painting. So,
True.
it was really, I'm in New York. It was really windy today. So like a big gust came through and dropped a bunch of debris on it while it's still wet. So, that's.
I feel that. I feel that.
So that's, but that's it. I've been working on and off since, gosh, May, which is no, really?
Almost a year.
It's been a long build just because I took a lot of time on and off and stuff. I just was busy with other things. But yeah, but hopefully soon it'll be done. But everything else is done. Helmet's done. Armor's done. I've been wearing in videos, just no jetpack yet. That's the last thing I've been working on.
Nice.
So
I was just looking around to see. So on your Twitter, I'm sorry, Instagram, and on TikTok. Well, let's pull this up real quick here. There we go. All right. So we got lots of cool stuff. So I'm not signed into TikTok. Heads up, I do follow you on my normal TikTok, but I don't sign in on my PC, mostly because I don't remember what the password is. It's on my mobile.
That same problem.
So
I had a friend with more followers than me, and they don't know their password, and they've been out for months because there's no human beings. Like there's no one to reach if there's a problem. So
100%. And David Wilson, $20. Thank you so much, David Wilson.
Wow.
We really appreciate that. But yeah, so we're checking out. This is the TikTok, 1.3 million followers. That is amazing, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I love the video. So I can't play sound. So last time we played sound on somebody's TikTok, because we broadcast across all the channels, my actual channel got hit with a copyright strike, or it's not really a strike. It was like, hey, dummy, there's music in here, and you're not going to get funded for this, but whatever. So
that's okay. It's better if you don't play them. Like you can talk about them without.
I tell you though, they're hilarious. What are you talking about? So
you.
if you haven't gone and checked out her TikTok, if you're on TikTok, if not, I stay away from it. Don't touch it. Run from it. It's like crack for people like me that have ADD. And like 3 hours later, you're like, what am I doing with my life? But you post some just like hilarious stuff. For instance, what are you doing? Because I can't turn the sound on. What are you doing in this video?
Yeah, so I've had a long running series with the Mandalorian and Grogu and the Maids of, I play everybody and a biker scout mom. And I just think of like what are kids interested? How do kids drive their parents crazy? And that's kind of been the foundation of the series. And like the first one I ever did was the first video I ever had that got 1 million views. And so I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just keep doing these. And I have. So
it's so good.
So yeah,
they're so creative. And like, I know that you posted a few that are like behind the scenes on how you get that effect on Grogu without like catching it on camera,
Yeah, I haven't posted on the while because I was just trying to just budget my time better, because I was in a situation where I was taking all day to shoot a video, and it was just a little bit too much. So I'm trying to like do a thing where I shoot on one day, I write on one day, edit on one day, you know what I mean? So I want the shoots to be just a little bit simpler without sacrificing any story. So and also I feel like the behind the scenes get like they're all made the same way. Like how many times I make the same behind the scenes video over and over again. But yeah, I shoot myself, shoot video myself. I keep the camera steady, then I crop it. It's called masking in video terms, and so I can put myself in the same. So that's me as Mando, and that's me puppeting Grogu. It's just two videos combined in editing.
You've mastered like the editing and the effects.
So good, yeah. Well, and I like this one, right? You jump in here and you're playing like 3 characters here.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Talking about the Spider-Man cosplay that you took basically a cheap outfit, right? And you made it better.
Yeah, I did. I'd always wanted a Spidey. And then I was completely blessed to be involved with promoting the digital release. And so that wasn't a part of the promotion, but I just was so excited. I wanted to, okay, this is the reason I'm going to finally do it. And and I watched a bunch of other videos of people had done it before me, and I used the techniques that they did. And one technique I'd only seen one creator do, and I credited him, was to take puffy paint and you paint over all of the webs so they're raised. Well, he did, instead of making it silver, I'm blanking on his credit, I can't remember his credit. Anyway, he did it all silver, instead of doing it silver, he did it black and then did silver Sharpie up the middle. So it looked like 3-dimensional. I'm like, that's genius. So just, you know,
Nice.
stuff like that. It was actually really fun, except for like the squeezing the puff paint. That got a little like crunchy on the hand after a while. It was really fun to do. And it was, you know, I love making things, but I like modifying things too. I love buying things. And this was kind of in the middle. It was a neat project.
No, it looks cool.
That
And
looks awesome.
the effect you get from doing that was really cool. And you know, you put the insoles on the bottom of the the soles on the bottom there. That's sweet how you made the spider on the front. There you go. Yeah, that was awesome.
I've wanted to do one of those for so long, but I have that same problem where I know I'd mod it and like I just haven't had the time. I don't think I'd have the patience for that. So like when you're doing these intricate things, I mean, I say that like I don't know.
The hardest thing for me to figure out was how, oh my God, like, oh, I got to get a full body mannequin with legs to stretch it out. How am I going to do that? It took me like a week to get started because like I don't want to do that. Then I saw someone's video where they just stretched out flat in a piece of cardboard with pins, and I'm like, I have cardboard, I have pins. So, but sometimes you just need someone's inspiration to be like, oh, that's so much easier than like building this whole dumb mannequin I'm never going to use again. That's going to take up space in my house. You know, what do we all do before YouTube and stuff? I have no idea.
Know, right?
It's very true.
So good. So I mean, you do just from watching your videos, you do a ton of cool stuff on the cosplay, and the cool thing about it is, for instance, the one you did on the Spidey, it's pretty much like it's not instructional, but it's instructional. You can watch that video and say, "Oh, that's how she did that. I can do that." And you know, you do so many different characters. I could scroll through here forever. You have a ton of characters on here. We just got done with this series. Well, when the last one was done here, but that was such a cool series. And you said it's almost finished, or it is finished.
This Bo-Katan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just everything for the jetpack. So yeah. So in that video, in this picture, I'm not wearing that wig and the headband, which is also done.
Sure.
I was doing the back armor, the shoulders, and the jetpack. It's just being.
I think I saw that up here. Where did I see? Oh, right here. There we go. There's the wig.
So the wig and the headband, which unfortunately video though, they actually light up, and that's a huge weak. I think we all have a weakness as a cos. Maybe Shannon doesn't. I don't think she does. She does everything amazing. But like for me, anything with electronics, I just am like, oh my gosh, how do I do that? I don't know. So,
I have no idea either. I like completely make it up as I go. So
it's so cool. Tripod says he can't find a mannequin with one leg. It keep falling over. That. Touche. He's our resident one-legged fan here, and he goes by Tripod's Garage, ironically, right? But so we could probably put something down there, maybe a crutch. Would that work? Like throw a crutch on there. But so I mean, Shannon, jump in whenever you're ready.
Yeah,
I keep asking a bajillion
well, I know that we
questions.
were talking before stream because you're going to Star Wars Celebration, right?
I am. That's like the next convention, I think. But yeah, I mean, obviously the world changes. You never know. But I think that's the go. I think we're doing it. So yeah.
I am not, but I know we have a lot of people in here that are huge Star Wars fans that may or may not be going. I don't know. But so what are you taking there? I want to know like which ones are you taking armor?
That's such a great question. I don't honestly know. I've given some thought to. I've actually never flown with armor.
I haven't either.
We're blessed on the East Coast that we have so many great cons within driving distance. So I brought armor to New England and Toronto and Washington D.C. because you drive, you take the train, and it's not putting it in an airplane and then getting bounced around. I just and then even like if you buy a kit like a Stormtrooper kit that vacuum formed plastic, I'd feel okay with that. 3D prints though, I don't know. I'd be really worried. So I think I just have to kind of math it out. Can I like Russian doll all the armor into a carry-on and then have all the soft part? I'm not sure. So
can you get like a hard I don't know if they make like a dress case or a big giant hard golf bag cover maybe? I don't know. I mean, what are you worried about? They're so gentle with luggage.
It's not even the size so much. It's just the protection, how to do it. I mean, people have done it, and people you can ship things and whatever. I just, I mean, as you know, 3D printed stuff, it just takes so much longer to fix and repair. And you have to, you can fix a crack, but you really have to sand it all down to finish the paint. I really I just don't want to do that.
I
So
know.
I haven't decided. I think I'd take something new, which would be either like Mando or Bo-Katan. And then probably something easy and soft like Ray or Jyn Erso. But I honestly, I don't have a plan yet. I need to start
Nice.
thinking about it. But
Yeah.
the cross the country thing is tough.
I'm trying to figure that out too, because I think I want to go to San Diego. And I'm like, if I go to San Diego, I got to take rescue. And if I'm not already moved there by then, it's like, how do I get it there without it breaking?
Now,
So
how do you
how do you like travel with your 3D prints?
Just wear it. Somebody says.
Well, Shannon, how do you put rescue in your car? Like if you're going to Heinz Field or something, or
it's under
in the passenger seat.
Oh.
It's under my table right now, and it's in a giant like husky bin, like with the wheels and the locks.
Okay.
Which I don't think I can ship on an airplane because
you might be
weighs
able to.
like 100
think
pounds.
about this.
I mean.
People ship musical instruments all the time. I mean, full
It's
drum
true.
sets and stuff like that, and you got to be able to do it somehow. I know. I know
feel
Alex at Finally Functional asked, "Do you do this full time?" I don't want it to lose that comment. So.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Where was it?
Do I do this full time?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so. To think about it. No, I mean, my job is freelance, and so it's kind of here or there. So there have been periods where I lost an earpiece. There have been periods where I'm kind of doing just like TikTok things and whatever, but it's not like full time all the time. Does that make sense?
Nice.
I'm a general freelance person.
Nice.
So.
That sounds
awesome.
nice though, because then
Like,
you get to
December was busy. I mean, people are trying to sell stuff and on Christmas
Yeah.
season, and then January nothing. You know what I mean? It's just kind of it's freelance life. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you making next? Like, what's your plan after Bo-Katan's done? Like, do you have any more big builds?
I'm so jealous sometimes of people that like, these are my cosplay plans for 2022. I'm like, how though? Do you know? I don't really think ahead a lot until the first one is done. And I think that's because of living in New York in an apartment for a long time doing this, where there's just no space. But I can't get supplies for the next one while the first one is even remotely unfinished. So I'm looking at Fennec Shand from The Mandalorian. I do like that look a lot. So I've ordered some fabric swatches, but I don't know if I'm totally committed yet. Like but that's probably what I'm looking at next.
Have you ever thought of
I'm
Jar
also
Jar?
interested in what. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I say, have you ever thought of Jar Jar?
No. Mad respect though. That sounds like what would the eyes be in the neck?
Yeah.
And then the head there.
It's probably like one of those inflatable like dinosaur.
Nice.
Oh, that'd be riot. Why has no one made that?
That's actually.
Oh, I'm sure it's out there.
Like an inflatable Jar Jar.
I mean, he's got a whole cult following. My son was born on May 4th, 2020, so he's a COVID baby and a Star Wars baby.
Wow.
And I'm gonna say my wife nixed Jar Jar right away. So I tried. She's like, no, absolutely not. So then I thought Jabba. Come on, that would be a cool name. Absolutely not. If Chris Perillo was with us, his daughter is named Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know if
wow.
Cool. Yeah, if you haven't looked him up, you should, because he's huge into Star Wars. And he streams on here, and he's just a very nice guy as well. So his daughter's name is actually Jedi.
That's a beautiful name. I never thought of Jedi as like a proper name,
Right.
Wow. How nice. Yeah, I'm not sure what's next. I'm interested also in the Wanda that you're making.
Right.
The Multiverse of Amanda's one. I haven't gotten a good enough look at it to commit, but what I love that you made the finale one. Beautiful Scarlet Witch, gorgeous. For me personally, I knew those pants wouldn't be my friend. So I'm like, that one's not for me. And I don't know how you decide, Shannon. I mean, for me, it has to be like the character, the IP, the costume, and kind of a mix. So I love Wanda. Love Wanda. Love WandaVision.
That's like a good question, I think, for everybody in chat right now too. Like, how do you decide what you're making next? But I don't know. With this, I don't know. I just saw it and I liked the costume and I went with it. I honestly, when I made the first one, the reason I did Doctor Strange on this with the sleeves, is because I did not like how like tight it was on the neckline on the original version, and then those like gloves like got real tight here. I don't know, it just didn't fit right. But I just don't know. I just decided that I wanted to take it because Doctor Strange is coming out soon. So I was like, I had the fabric. I'm just gonna do it. That's how I got to this point. But
I like the silhouette of this. I know what you're saying about the arms.
Yeah.
It's interesting design because it's a halter neck, but then having the 3/4 length sleeves.
It doesn't look good on me though because I'm not like super toned. So it just squeezed in the wrong part.
I just like
I can feel that. Yeah.
The shorter apron in the back, the skirt in the back. I just love that knee length back skirt look. I mean, the skirt that was cool in WandaVision too.
Right.
But they've fixed. They've changed a couple things to be more like my sort of like, oh, I want to look like that. You know, I mean, it's a lot of it. I mean, it's like I want to look like that. So
it's
well, here I think isn't this bam? There we go.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I bought that, but I made my husband's. I made my husband's Doctor Strange. But then one I just bought. I just wanted Wanda, and I really like that one, the Civil War one.
I think I saw you do like an unboxing, or like you did a video where you like jumped into it or something. Am I right on this?
I did an unboxing. The video did really well. I'm like, oh, I should just buy stuff instead of making stuff. This is way easier.
Isn't that crazy?
But yeah, I got it overseas as you do when you buy from cosplay sellers, and the sleeve was sewn shut. One sleeve was sewn shut, so I was so excited to open it, and unfortunately didn't. But they were so nice and sent me a new one. I unboxed that too, and it was great. Like
that's cool.
I love it. It's just easy and fun.
So how does he feel about being pushed into your cosplay stuff? Because I see him in all of your videos, and they're so cute.
He loves Doctor Strange. That is his favorite. My husband Jeremy, and he's worn it to some conventions. Really likes wearing it. If it's not that, it's more of a not a struggle, but he's busy is the thing. And
I noticed like your TikTok following especially took a liking to him, being in your videos. I don't know.
I love it.
He has a kind of dad vibe. I mean, we don't have kids, but he just has a kind of easygoing, happy thing, and he's just But so what I do, I'm just trying to get him organized. Like on Sunday, I'm like, okay, let's shoot like 4 of these, and you have to put it on once. I mean, I draw his goatee on. It's not a huge ordeal, but as you know, anytime you put a costume on, it's never simple.
Yeah.
So it's just a little time consuming, but
especially when you're like OCD like I am, because everything has to be perfect.
And it's also, Shannon, it's just you. And it's the same thing with taking an Instagram photo or TikTok. So it's just you. You're setting up the camera. You're getting the costume on. You're getting in front of the camera. You're making sure the light is like on your face and not, whatever. And you need to check, like, do your makeup and the costume. Like, it's a lot. And so then you can be all that and you get done. You get the picture and you're just like, oh my gosh, my shirt wasn't tucked in or something small. There's so many, it's a lot.
Well,
there's more to it than you think.
That kind of brings me to a good question that I have. So you are amazing at like doing a story with your TikToks, and not only that, let's see. So you do multiple characters in your TikToks, sometimes 2, 3. I don't remember if I've seen 4, but you might have done 4. But I mean, like, how do you plan this out? So you're sitting around one day and you're like, here's what I'm gonna do. I like you said, one day for writing, one day, for shooting and editing. So that's got to take so much time to put a whole costume on, do one part of it, start over, do the next part, start over, do the next part. And then after all that, you're like, I had a wing on my hair. I got to do that again. No. So how do you start that process? Like, what's your process from maybe like start to finish? If someone else wanted to jump on TikTok and write an awesome storyline or a funny, 1-minute narrative or something, where do you start with that?
Well, I mean, that I put costumes on is like a completely unnecessary step. Like, I see people do hilarious skits on TikTok where they haven't changed a thing with their look. They're over here, then they're over here. And that's it. That I do costumes is just me being a lunatic. So, but everything is scripted. So I have a plan, because if I don't script it, and I'm like, I get lost in terms of who says what when. So, so I do write everything out, and then I mark, okay, which lines are this character. I do all those. I change, and I do this one. You know what I mean? And then, okay, is that one camera shot? Is everybody in it? Okay, then we'll move the camera and do the other. You know what I mean? It's just you have to plan.
That's a lot of planning.
Yeah. That's more organized than I am, because when I do these things, I'm just kind of like, let's just leave the camera rolling, and I'll do this like 8 times, and then hopefully one of them works. That's
I know,
kind of where I'm at with it.
And I don't know, like, I don't think we're supposed to be doing this much work for TikTok. Like, I watch sometimes, like, I think this is supposed to be fun and easy and just people just like talking about their lives. And here I am, like doing like these 9 costume changes. I don't, I mean, I know you, like we've said the 1.3 and all, but I don't know if I did this right.
I was going to say that's the difference between, 2,000 followers and 1.3 million.
No, I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying, yes, it happened to have worked out for me, but a lot of super talented people that don't take it, like, don't have to do what I do.
That's true.
I don't know if I did it right, but here we are.
It shows in every single one that you put the time and dedication into it. But at the same time, it's like you didn't put any time and dedication. It's just like we're watching a show. And that's what's so good about your TikToks and anything you put out like that with the film, because when you're watching something, if you can tell it's scripted or recorded just for TikTok kind of things, 5 billion people can go dance in front of it doing the same song over and over and over. But all of a sudden you flip through and you're like, oh, this is funny. All of a sudden there's a Grogu moving, and then you're talking and it's like, oh, you get involved in that story and you don't think about all the work that went behind it. And that's what makes you click somebody's following, for me at least, because then it's that, like, man, I know you put a ton of work into this, but I'm not thinking about that when I'm watching your stuff. I'm just like, man, this is awesome.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to say. I'm glad.
It's a lot of work. And I think a lot of people don't understand how much work it is to do that. And even if they're 1 minute or 3 minutes, that's a whole day sometimes, like you said, of shooting.
So here's my question for you, because I know this from TikTok and from social media and everything too, and it's just something that's like in my life right now. So you have this huge following on there, right? So not everything on social media is going to be fun and happy comments and everything. So what do you do to kind of like ignore the trolls on the internet, and what like is your, I guess, advice to people who might want to jump into what we do on TikTok and all that fun stuff?
Nice. That's a great question.
You're like,
I will say, first of all, again, I've been really lucky that, and also I think my stuff isn't that controversial. You know what I mean? I feel bad for people that spit out a lot of opinions about the movies and TV shows we all love. I give my opinions on it, but I do it in skit form, so it's a little more protected. So I've been very lucky that I don't get a lot. I saw a video once that says, my comment section is not a democracy. Like, if there's something that you don't like that someone wrote down, delete. And if it's really bad, delete and block. That's it. And there's, like, I have a video going on. We don't need to bring it up, but I like, sometimes I just do videos with my husband, like whatever we do on the weekend, and because everybody loves him, and
why not?
We do some fun stuff. And there just for some reason, people didn't watch the whole video and they didn't understand that we were just having fun doing something around our house. And it just kind of won't stop with people calling us these horrible names. And so I'm at the point where I'm just like, I scroll through my notifications. Oh, someone has commented on that video. I don't even read it. I just delete it. It could be like, Jen, we love you. I just, every comment on that video, you can turn off comments on TikTok. Point is, the philosophy is like, you just can't let it enter your heart or your brain or your eyes even. Like, just get rid of it. There's no point. And anytime I've ever engaged or replied to a comment, maybe in a not angry, but like a defensive way, I never feel great afterwards, even no matter how right I am.
True. And
I love watching those videos when people like just tear someone down. Like I watched one today where someone was saying, you're a liar because gas prices in Germany aren't this. And they're like, okay, so I actually live in Germany and here I am at the pump. You know what I mean? And I loved it. It was great. But for me, I'm like, so I'm not going to engage because there's no happiness at the end of that road.
Right.
So
that's great advice.
Yeah.
It really is good advice, because like you said, you may feel good in that second, but what's it going to do when you're done with it? Now you're just going to go on to the next one. And that's awesome. Post and Ghost at Local Maker Michigan says Post and Ghost.
I love interacting with I try to respond to people because people took the time to say something nice. I want to say something nice back. So I never like, I try not to post a ghost, even though that's not a bad philosophy too. If that's like going to create a healthier posting environment for you, you should absolutely do that. But if it's something negative, I'm just like, you start to read it and you see what the thought is. I delete it before I actually remember what that ever said. Just bye-bye. Because I don't know. And not every philosophy is for everyone. Some people handle it really great or make their whole account about responding to haters. But
I would honestly be like so combative when it came to that. I used to be, and then like the people in my life kind of changed. So like the people that are now in my life have like such more like positive outlooks. So I like adapted to it better. My new thing though, I'll usually do what you're saying and just delete them. But honestly, for a little bit of fun, I occasionally like pin them on my video and then just let the internet just take itself
take care of it.
Because I mean,
it's the best when someone just finds that someone will respond to comments for you. You're like, oh, I'm not.
And
needed
then like
here.
a week later, the original comment's deleted. So
right.
I think it happens to everybody. Anybody, you're on the internet. And everybody gets it.
Right.
I get like, what's wrong with your hair and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of times I'm like, I don't know what you mean. I just washed it today. Does it look good? Or, I'll just comment funny back, but I'll say, but thank you so much for watching my video. Like I totally flip it around and like, thank them for watching. And that stuff bounces off me. I don't care about that stuff, but here's something that I found real quick. It looks like you took,
I love doing this.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about this because this is pretty cool.
So it was cool. Again, it was a promotional thing. Sony sent out some PR packages to some people with, like the Ghostbusters Blu-ray when it came out, and these suits, and then like some fabric paints and markers. And these suits, it's hard to tell, but they were basically the same quality you would get at like Spirit Halloween or rubies like that. So and it velcroed up the back. The zippers weren't even functional; they were just fake.
Oh, geez.
So, but I love Ghostbusters. Same thing like Spidey. I'd always wanted this look. And so the brief was make it something fun. So like you use the paint and markers. And of course I couldn't just do that. So I took it all apart. I took it in. I got like red zippers. They were like $1 at Walmart. Nice. And some ribbon. I made a belt and just, and so the only thing I did do with the paint and markers was the Spinner's Roller Hop logo that Lucky wears in the movie, the diner she works in. So I loved this. It was really fun. It took way longer than it probably should have because it just of all the tailoring and stuff. But I've made a bunch of jumpsuits, so I kind of knew what to do.
I love that, like, just about your content, because I know a lot of people on here are like, like 3D printing, and that's what we're used to talking about on here. But I love seeing like the video aspect of creators, and then how you just take things that are simple like this and can turn it into something. Like I'm sitting here OCD like about every little detail on something, starting from scratch, but you work with stuff that you have and just turn it into something, incredible, like you're doing in the video right now with the paint. So
I'm just taking tape off.
Still.
But I love even though I make it and you make it, I do love going in Spirit Halloween every year. I just love looking at stuff and wondering what people are picking this year. I've always just loved Halloween. And I look at these costumes, I'm like, yeah, the fabric is rough. It's super flammable, but maybe if it had if you
repurposed it,
if you had it and you're like if someone gave it to you and said make it a thing, I would love doing that. And then it actually happened, and I'm like, well, let's do this, because I say that Ghostbusters thing, that patch was embroidered, and it was embroidered on the sleeve. So we had one great detail that was done great, and then the rest of it I could fix.
Nice.
It wasn't painted on. It looked legit. So,
and like as a creator, I think that's just like important to tell other people as well, because you don't have to start something from scratch. You don't have to do like these crazy builds like I do with my printer, from start to finish, because anything that you work on yourself or just have an inspiration behind is really considered creating.
This is my Mando build, and I get a lot of questions about this. I made it, and I made a video about each piece as I was making it, and a bunch of them kind of did numbers. So I get asked about Mandos a lot, and people always ask, well, what 3D print armor? I'm like, just so you know, you don't have to 3D print your own armor. You don't have to do what I did. Like, you can make whatever part of it you want to make or buy it. There's a guy, his name is Raphael, I think, on YouTube, who made the Mando helmet out of Amazon boxes, and it looks amazing. You know what I mean? So
it's just effort and how much work you want to put into it, but it's always like a satisfying feeling too, like whether you start from scratch or whether you do something like that, when you see it in the end, like that picture we just had with the Ghostbusters from start to finish, because you're like, I don't know how I just went about this, but look at it now. It's very satisfying. Yeah.
It's satisfying. I guess I always want to keep, like what we were just talking about, people in mind that are just brand new to this. You know, that like they see what you and I do sometimes and think like,
Right.
oh man, all those skills and all those tools, like I don't have, you know what I mean? Like I remember feeling that way. It feels like it wasn't actually that long ago. And so it's just, I can't say enough. There is not one way of building something you want to make. Like,
Right.
buying it is totally fine. I bought my Wanda. I love it. I wear it all the time. And I made every piece of that Mando. And I wear it just as often. And I love it too. So it's just all about the resources you have. How much money, how much time, how much patience, how much skills, and just do your own math.
So I got to ask, because you brought it up, what 3D printers do you use?
Okay, I'm not gatekeeping. I have one 3D printer. It is terrible. And so I always kind of flinch when people ask me, because I don't want one person to buy this printer because I said that I have it. Don't anybody dare. But I'm not gatekeeping. I do have an XYZ DaVinci 1.0 Pro. It is horrible. I have made it work. I put good money after bad. I had to get it fixed, and then I had to buy a slicer. I couldn't use like a free one because my printer wouldn't take it because it's terrible. And so don't be me. Get an Ender 3 Pro, get a CR10. But I have made it work, but it was a long, frustrating process. And the reason I recommend a CR10 and an Ender 3 Pro is because what everyone has. And the thing is, when you have the printer that everyone has, everyone knows what to do. Everyone has tips. Everyone knows the settings. There's forums. There's a community that's holding. Nobody has my printer. So when I ran into problems, there was one guy on YouTube making videos from 3 years ago. So I was screwed. So but yeah, so I've won. I only got it because it's enclosed, and I somehow at the time thought that was important, and it's not. So
got it.
That's what we did, and that's where we're at. And I know I should get a new one, but it's not yet. So
if it works for you now, though,
yeah,
don't fix something that isn't broken. You know, not you have it to the point where it functions.
But I think I've commissioned enough people, because even though like I did Zori Bliss and the helmet is gigantic, and I printed that because it's printed in 19 pieces and like welded all together, and that's great. But Mando and Bo I had printed for me because I wanted it to be one piece, and my printer is too small. So at this point, I've commissioned enough prints. I could have bought another printer. So at some point I gotta, the math isn't mathing for me, but yeah.
We should definitely get that to happen. I mean, get you a nice, decent sized print. You can do your armor and your helmets if you want, or the small stuff, right?
Right. I've done all my armor. So the only thing I had printed was the helmet, and then the jetpack I had printed for me because I wanted it to be one piece. I just have a vision of that thing falling on the ground. I'm like, well, if it's one piece, there's less chance of
all the pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I was so I saw David Shorey joined us. Welcome, David. Long time no see, man. David is absolutely phenomenal designer. If you have not seen David's stuff, check out Instagram. I think it's Shorey Designs.
Shorey Designs, okay.
But he they're yelling at me in the background. We got to get to HotMakes. I did this last week too.
This is going by so fast. My gosh.
So one thing about David that probably most people in the chat know, I'm guessing, but he does some amazing stuff where he prints on fabric, and he does full like dragon scales and everything right on fabric. And I tell you what, it is some of the coolest stuff that you can play. I actually have a test piece of the dragon scales, and it's so cool to see. I'm going to show you real quick because
show me.
I'm so pumped about it. His stuff is so good, and he does a ton of other stuff too. But one of the really cool things though, I'll just pop this one up real quick here. Let me bring this over here. David, I'm throwing you under I'll throw you on top of the bus really. But so that's this is some dragon scales that he did. I think there's more here. There you go. There's some kind of C pieces of them. So he prints them on there, and I think the bigger ones actually push in. But he has, he does some just absolutely crazy stuff with fashion and this like scales, and man, so cool. And what?
He prints a couple layers and then lays the fabric down and then prints on top of that, and it like
and it
melts
embeds it
into
in.
itself.
Yeah, so good.
Through the fibers of the fabric.
I was thinking there's a few dresses that he's made, and I can't find them at this second, but it's so cool to watch some of the stuff that he does, and I was thinking like you could use that. A lot of people could use that in their cosplays, because with the 3D printers, you can do pretty much anything, and throw some, you could do a full like dragon shoulders, and, anything you really want, really. But Shory's like, thanks so much. Hey, I just saw your name and it sent me on a rant right there. But we are getting a little bit late in the episode. I think we should jump in and check out some other stuff from other people. So let's do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
here's some HotMakes. All right, now that I hijacked it with David Shory there, David's so cool, man. Anyways, Peter says, I got sick of cutting header pins, so I made a header pin snapper. Now this, doesn't have anything to do with anything except for it was tagged for HotMakes, which all you have to do, hit that hashtag, type HotMakes, and we'll see it. But this is a really cool functional thing that will help make his life a lot easier. And I'm assuming that you both came up with stuff like that making your cosplay, because you probably have to. In this case, you drop your row of pins, I don't know what the actual thing is called. I'm going to call it a row of pins in however many you need, and it just snaps them off. So this does 14 pins total, it looks like. But it's just kind of a cool, quick tool that he put together. So I'm going to ask a billion questions here. So what have you guys done for something like that? Do you guys do anything to make your life easier? Like, I'm going to take 10 minutes to save myself 30 next time,
it depends on what you're asking me on, because like rescue, I always make changes so that it's easier to put on, but it's like one of those things where you have to wear it to like a convention or something first, not just testing it at home to see like what doesn't work. Like I know my
to
old
see
version
what's sore
of this,
when you get home.
well, not even that, but like my old version of Wanda with the skirt and these belt pieces that I'm making that, go around her front here. It has like a little strap that goes around the front to hold it on, and I had it clipped there on the last version, and it falls off all the time because it doesn't, like the tension's just too much.
Got it.
And so this one, like example, I'm gonna hook like the back of it to have like a row of snaps along the back where you won't see it.
Nice.
But I don't know, like I wouldn't have found that out had I not tried to wear that to a convention and almost lost it.
Right.
That's awesome.
All right,
what do we got next? Go ahead.
I don't have a good one.
You don't have a good one?
I don't think so. But I agree with it. Like you don't really know how costume's going to work until you wear it. Yeah.
Next, Angus from Maker's Muse, friend of the channel. If you have not seen this video, you have to check it out there. He made a 500 millimeter fan from scratch, 3D printed it. So it's such a super cool idea. People probably thinks that's photoshopped, but this is not photoshopped. That is a huge fan.
I like how it has to be strapped to the desk.
Yeah. Yeah. What's funny? We might have to have him on soon to talk to him about this, because it had to be absolutely terrifying to turn that thing on at full speed the first time and be anywhere near it.
Well, I want to know how he found out that it had to be strapped to the desk.
Oh, it falls off the desk. If you watch the video. No spoiler alert.
An initial run.
Spoiler, if you watch the video, it'll fall off the desk. But it's so good.
I don't think we'd be able to talk to him about it if he came on the show. We wouldn't be able to hear him.
Well, that's his biggest fan, so I don't think anyone else would watch. All right, what's next here? Matt tagged us last week for his birthday. He made a model of Vladimir Zelensky, and it came out great. He posted this on his birthday last week. We didn't get time to show it on the show, but happy birthday again, Matt, from last week. And don't be sad, Matt. He said earlier in the show, in the comments, he had a Palette 3 that he hasn't used yet, and he's had it for a month. I've had my Palette 3 Pro for at least a month and haven't even unboxed it yet. So we're gonna get there soon. here we go. 3D Print Bunny does some awesome stuff. This is version 2 with added butterflies and colors. It'll hang on the wall without losing shape. And let me pop this open. So I'm going to be able to zoom into this a little better so you can see this. So she does just some amazing 3D printing stuff. And this is one of the really cool things that she's put together here.
Again, so much detail.
I know, right? And she now it can hang on a wall without losing shape now, which is really cool.
Ooh.
But the colors,
I would break that so fast because it's such like an intricate design.
Just even I mean, I don't know the scale, but just imagining the scale in my head, just even taking it off the print bed. Like how though, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we definitely need a banana for scale. Come on, 3D Print Bunny.
You want a banana?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just such a cool. She does all the stuff she does is awesome. All right. Finally, Functional. He's with us. Alex is with us right now. A quick sneak peek of a freestanding support rig. So you guys do the cosplay stuff. Alex, for the last couple years, has been designing a VR rig where you can wear VR and walk in real time, like in the game and everything, in your house. But he's been developing himself, and he went from shoes to smaller shoes to many prototypes to now this one is a freestanding support rig. He has one that attaches to a ceiling as well. But let's see if I can show you a little bit. So this is
wow. Okay.
in this particular one, he's showing off how it moves around and around in circles and stuff and how he can walk. He did another one recently playing Doom, and it's so cool how you just have a vision in your head and you run with it. He has a really cool makerspace in the basement there where he has printers and I think a CNC and all sorts of cool stuff.
Jim, why did you have me on the show?
Because you're awesome. That's why.
Yeah, but like this is amazing.
It's super cool. Alex has been on before, and we got to get him on again to show us some of the updated stuff. Last time he was on, he had a really big shoe. It was like, I mean, it was huge, and now it's these little little like strap-on sandal kind of things, and it's really cool. So nice work, Alex. I'm not sure if you're still with us, but nice work. What do we got next here? Oh, here we go. I thought this was right up both of your alleys. If anyone's curious, Loctite vinyl fabric and plastic glue works well for gluing faux fur to a 3D print. There you go.
Oh my god. I don't know if it's scary or cute.
But look at that. There was a 3D print, a little fur.
This thing is my spirit animal based on the facial expression alone.
Yeah, if I ever bring you into the real world, Gary, I'm going to put you in a doll like this, and you can be an animatronic, whatever this thing is.
Knowing you, if you were to give me like an actual physical body, it would be one of those toy puppies that just like bends over, barks, and then just, like,
flips
wiggles a little
backwards. I imagine this thing going doo, 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 and then flipping backwards, and then oh man,
Yeah, I'll just be laying there on my back with my legs like flipping up in the air like a turtle.
I like this Junkyard Chinchilla comic.
Junkyard Chinchilla. So have you guys
It looks awesome. It's just it's cute.
Have you done like faux fur like this before?
I mean, I've made
or hair.
I've sewed it. Like I've made little plush creatures for like friends or kids' babies or whatever. But to glue it to a 3D print, that sounds like so much more work. Just like the measuring to get it perfect and to hide the edges.
Yeah.
That's a pain.
But it looks so good.
It turns out great.
Yeah. Nice.
I want to know what like.
Oh, go ahead.
And I just want to know what noise it makes. Like, what does that?
Well, assuming it has electronics in there.
I want to know.
I don't
It says
know.
squanch a lot.
Oh, jeez.
It's cute, but it's just different.
That's impressive amount of work. Good job.
Chris Travis, the Neutron Tube by Clockspring is awesome, by the way. This is, let's see here. Let's drop this down. Jesse, this is printed solid Jesse Neon PLA. So Clockspring makes a bunch of print in place things. It's really cool. Most of the time, never see supports or anything like that. And these all print. This one actually prints upside down. So it prints with that lid down, and then you take it off the bed and the lid opens. But cool print. Nice work there, Chris. I have one behind me way in the back there. You can't see it, but I have a print going on the Ender 3 S1 Pro right now, and I'm hoping it turns out good. I have a lot. It's only 68% by the time I got here today, and it's been going since yesterday at I don't know what time. It's a long print, but great work there. I love that color, by the way, too.
Yeah.
Next one, we got Uncle Bunk. This is after 4.5 months. I got pauses so you guys can see this. 4.5 months. It's finally complete. It's a GAM body Star Destroyer scaled up to 130%. 3D gloop with the wind for putting it all together. Hopefully the sound isn't on.
The sound is on, but it's fine.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, it's because it's playing through your speakers. It's
That's okay.
Up on your mic.
Darn
It'll
it.
be fine.
That's all right.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't hear anything.
Okay.
No. Such a cool model.
That's
and
beautiful.
There's a lot of detail on that too.
Yeah,
A
and it's
ton of detail.
I say that to everything that you guys make and send us, though.
I mean, 130%. That thing's got to be massive.
We need a banana.
Yeah.
I think that the next one needs to be life size, but that's just me.
Touche,
Let's put it in the
That's the
field
next
somewhere.
project for a Maker Faire where everybody prints a separate piece and we glue it together at the fair.
Ooh. Maybe
next
not that,
up-
but we should do like the Falcon or something.
Ooh, that would be cool. I'm down
That'd
for
be
that.
fun.
Like a public
I have to
print.
try to take it home.
Leave it there.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Anyways, next up we got Allie, also known as Geeky Faye. She put together a really cool clean air necklace. This has lights, and it has a sensor in there to tell you if the air around you is clean and stuff. And the necklace actually changes color based on air quality. It's such a cool video. If you get time,
how
check
cool.
out that video. But it looks so good too, by the way. It's like it looks like a really cool cosplay piece, actually. Like that would go with some sort of outfit.
That's fun.
Awesome job there, Allie, and you can see the different colored lights here. The video is really good too. If you get time and you're watching, check out Geeky Faye on the YouTubes, and you'll find the video. It's such a good video. All right. Hey, note to self, let's get her on the show too. I keep forgetting there. She's Australian, so it's like time-wise.
Oh, that's
it's
tougher.
almost, well, it depends. It's almost perfect because it's like 7 a.m. or something like that.
Right,
For
yeah.
them, you know? But they can't have a job because it's also Tuesday. So there's that. Let's see. What do we got?
I know so many people in Australia that like our schedules are just so awkward.
Yeah.
I don't know. We talk at like weird times of the day.
Next up, Chelsea. Huge egg drop. No pun intended there. A bunch of eggs were dropped on things. These are super cool. Her and Garrett, awesome designers, and
look at that.
These don't disappoint.
I want to know because whoever was in Perillo's stream this week and he printed in like a silk silver and he did an egg, but I think it was like a Wookiee, like a Chewie design or something. Is it part of this set? It turned out so nice. Like it was beautiful. It looked like it was actual like metal. And I'm just curious if it was part of this set or the same person that designed it, because these look very intricate as well.
If we check out her things, Chaos Cortec on things, I bet you it might be on there. If it's theirs. Also, I stand corrected. It looks like she's in England. I thought she was I thought she was definitely in Australia, but I'm wrong. So that makes it much more hard. They're like 7 hours ahead of us, so that's even harder to get on the show. But we could probably pre-record something. Yeah, I love the set. One thing that sticks out to me: every single one of these has a different texture or pattern.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool. It's like, it's not like, hey, we're going to make this one this size, that size, add a couple things. It's every single one was different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, the detail is so nice.
I'm looking at like the third one from the left, like that champagne colored one, because it has like the little like boxes. Like it reminds me of like Qbert, if anybody's on my Atari kick with me right now. But it's all like just little tiny lines that are detailing it.
Right.
That's cool. This is fun. I want to
so
make all this
beautiful.
stuff, but then I'm like, what would I do with it?
Right.
Right. And thank you for that correction, Andrew. All right, what do we got next here? Original BFG. I was Sophie Wong actually posted this, and she says, I was blown away. I just blew my mind by vacuum forming EVA foam. Amy Double D said you could do this, but she never tried it till now. Yeah, check that out. EVA foam vacuum form. That's genius.
Wow.
Boom.
It looks like it like compresses the foam a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like almost surprised it holds the shape though, but not really. I just
Like that it doesn't bounce back like those vacuum like seal bags.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is super cool. I'm wondering how the heat affects the EVA foam and what the toxins that's being put off is.
Well,
but if you do it outside, no. But the thing is, like, it could be really cool. You could get a lot of really cool panels by doing something like that.
well, I mean, I know I shape foam whenever I do things out of foam, and it holds. And you're supposed to actually seal it with a heat gun before you paint it or anything. So I don't know that would be a huge issue, but
Right.
I don't
Interesting.
know. I guess it depends on the kind of foam.
Brandon said she made a 3D print to vacuum form it, which is really cool.
Nice.
Like as the buck to get the shape. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, last but not least, the real Sam Prentice. He says, I might give this a little tune now. It's completed. The clock spring vase, same vase I have going now, actually. Let's see, it was on the Rat Rig that he just did a video on. There we go. Let me pop that up. This is such a gorgeous vase. I have one going right now, and I am just hoping it comes out anywhere near this quality because it's the first big print I'm done on the printer we unboxed on Saturday, and no tuning at all or anything. So we'll see what really happens. But that looks awesome. Also the mini right over the right side of it looks really good too. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah.
nice work on the mini gym there, Sam. She's like, what is that? It's actually Jen, that's Wexter is a designer in our community, and he designs all sorts of little mini figs. And
nice.
He made one for me. It's called a mini gym. You can
lurking.
You can see the hair.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's just lurking in the background. I think Sam Prentice is he's trying to flex on me. But if you check out his newest video, he debuted the Rat Rig, I believe the Rat Rig that he built. And also he has a contest going on where you could win one, I believe. And all you have to do is watch it, see how many content creators you can find and how many times they appear in the video, and then comment on his videos, and he's going to find some winners. Also, quality of video is phenomenal. Nice work on that, Sam. So also, just so you know, Jen, Sam Prentice is huge in the droid community and has several been on screen with his droids in the shows and movies for Star Wars.
That's so cool.
Yeah, oh, what? Whoa, Geary chimed in.
Are we allowed to talk about the person you're talking to, or should we wait until we have official dates, or?
Well, what are we talking about? Oh, Michael.
About. Yeah.
We got. We could talk about him. Yeah. The gentleman who designs these droids is going to join us next month in April, as well. So that's going to be awesome. I'm a Patreon of his, and he has some amazing stuff. But they do minis to full size everything. And he has several droids that he has built or controlled on screen on the movies and all that stuff. So
that's so cool. I've been screenshotting by crazy this whole time because I want to check that out. I want to check that out. This is great.
Well, I tell you, there's a link in the description below, and I can get that link to you that will have the tags of all of the things we just showed. So if you want to ever go,
while we're going through the episode, everything that we show, I retweeted on the Twitter account, so you can just go through it as a whole feed.
Perfect. And that brings us to 8 minutes late, but that's okay. I just, we had a ton of fun. Before we go, I have to do a quick update for anybody that's watching that was on my live stream Saturday night. We went off the rails. I ended up buying a scam Voron printer from AliExpress. I'm going to call it a scam. I don't know if it's a scam or not, because spoiler alert, I just got a shipping confirmation. No idea what will come. I have no idea if anything will ever come. The store we bought it for,
keychain or something.
It might be the store we bought it for. The next day, all the quantities went to zero. Someone chatted in the comments of the video, and then when I looked, all the store was cleaned out. There's not any products in the store on AliExpress anymore. But I got a shipping confirmation from DHL today. So
we do a live unboxing of whatever it is that you get on the show.
If I get anything,
some
that
rocks
will
in the
happen.
box.
And if I get and if I get the Voron that I bought for $216, the whole kit for $216, which is just stupid money, we will be building that too. That'll be a lot of fun, but I doubt it's ever going to show up. But if you were there Saturday, it was funny because I was like, absolutely do not do this. Don't buy this. Don't buy anything from the store. And then like a whole bunch of people bought stuff. I did use PayPal. But anyways, I wanted to throw that out there. So Jen, one more time before we go, I know we're running late. Who are you? What do you do? Where can we find you?
A cosplayer and video content creator. On Instagram, I'm Jen_Markham. And on TikTok, I'm all one word, Jen Markham. I'm also on Twitter and YouTube, but I don't post as regularly there. So Instagram and TikTok are the ways. And thank you so much for having me. This was really fun. I'm like just dazzled all the other makers you showcase. Had so much cool things to check out.
Yeah,
one of our favorite parts of HotMakes is showing off what the community does, and they just every week it's something blows your mind. It's awesome.
Exactly. So I was just gonna say, everybody's like so creative on here.
So creative.
I definitely love using the social media platforms to show off everybody else's work. So thank you for coming to talk with us.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me. It's so inspiring too. It's like, I want to go print something new now. My printer's just sitting there. Let's go print something.
I know, right? That happens as soon as you see like, that I could do that. That would only take overnight. And then as soon as you get off this, you're like, okay, slice. Let's do this.
I do want to shout out real quick that Britt has said several times hello. Sith Lord Britt has said hello, and she loves you in the chat.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you for joining, Sith Lord Britt. I appreciate that.
Awesome. Yeah, we're here every Monday. I didn't see that. I apologize, but that Sith Lord Britt. Also, someone else said, "Are you sure it's not a Varon? 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 I can't even say that properly. I don't know. We're gonna figure out what happens. What'd you say?
Nothing. Never mind. It was a stupid joke.
Our AI is making stupid jokes. All right, guys, we got to get flying. Thank you so much for being with us. Anything else, Shannon?
If y'all are on Twitch, I'm gonna start up a raid to Loyal, I think.
Oh yeah.
And just make sure you're on my channel for that at the end of the episode. And then that's it. And we'll all see you guys next week, right?
Yeah.
Like on every channel again.
Thank you so much, Jen, for being here. We really appreciate it. Stay with us. We'll be right back with you. But everybody else, again, thank you guys for joining us another Monday right here on HotMakes. We will see you next week, same time, same channel. Don't forget #HotMakes. Chat all the good stuff, and we'll get it out there. Thank you, guys. You have a great night. Bye, everybody.
Skywalker.